Hey friends! Alright, so I wanted to talk about something today because I was listening to Christian radio the other day, and then it went on a commercial and they kind of talk about just things, and they were talking about I think Christian dating and find a God-fearing man, find a God-fearing woman. And it reminded me about how when I was younger, this was a very confusing concept to me, God-fearing. Because I'd always learned that God is this loving God and He cares about us so much, and I was taught so much about the love of God. But then I heard that we're supposed to fear God, and I couldn't understand how both those things could fit together, the fear factor and the loving part. And it took a while, but I finally kind of clicked, okay, so fear as in you're afraid of things, you're afraid of spiders, you're afraid of the dark, you're afraid of monsters, whatever. Those things are different. You fear those in a much different way. And there's kind of another way to interpret the word fear, as in respect, kind of. And that's how I had to readjust my thinking, because I think a lot of times translations can be confusing, and the word that we use is fear in English, and it just can kind of be confusing because there's multiple different ways to interpret that, but we always kind of, I think especially as young people, interpret that as fear, scared. And that's not the case. We're not supposed to be terrified of God in that type of sense. We're not supposed to be so scared of Him, He's this mean guy up in the sky who's trying to control everything in a bad way. It's not like that at all. The love, that is a huge part of it. So it's more like a parental figure. We always talk about God as a heavenly Father, and it's kind of like that. How your parents have so much love for you that they want the best for you, and they kind of know better than you a lot of times, even if you don't think so. And because they're so wise, and they're more they're older than you and everything like that, because they're your elders. You're supposed to listen to them, and you're supposed to respect their authority. And it's the same thing with God. You're supposed to respect His authority, and you're supposed to fear Him in that way. So you listen to Him, you follow His guidance, because you don't want to steer off from His path, because He knows what's best for you. So you're it's kind of like being afraid of accidentally veering off path, because then you're going against God's plan, and that's not going to be good for you. So because He wants the best for you, He wants us to fear Him, as in respect His authority and His will. And it's the same as a parent. So just like your parents, you don't fear them like they're going to hurt you. I hope not, that's not good. But you fear them in the sense that you respect their authority, because you don't want to get in trouble and get a privilege taken away that you really like, or disappoint them, It's that kind of a thing. And that's just kind of the best example I could find to make that fit more in a way. But it's still, a little bit different because it's God. But that's just kind of the closest thing. And I just thought that was a little bit important to go over, just because I know I was really confused about that for a while. And I just thought if anyone else is, there you go. That's kind of how I think about it. Definitely no expert, teenager. But that's just, the best I got. So there you go. Bye, guys.